Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. I hope you're doing well. Let's talk about zero night, first day, day before. Basically, the very first day of you being in the military. Like the process of going to MEPS to fly out, being in the airport, first arriving at BMT, everything of that first day, first couple of days, first couple hours. Whatever you think it is, whatever your basically this is the pool, right? These are your toes. That's what we're gonna talk about. Puppy boy, look at you, little puppy. Hey, don't you want that? No. Okay, let's start with the day before your first day. So your recruiter will give you a day that you ship out, and the day before you will go to a hotel. Whoever's driving you to the hotel, they'll drop you off. As soon as you get there, you get briefed on your room key, your free meal. Now you get briefed on COVID, obviously, because that's how the world runs right now. And then after the briefing, you go up to your room. You see if you have a roommate. I didn't have a roommate because maybe COVID, or maybe we didn't have that many people to fill up all the rooms. So I had a room to myself. It was kind of boring, but like kind of nice. And then you get a free meal. You have a little ticket. You have to turn it in. They make your meal. You come back 30 minutes later. You get the free meal, and then what? After I ate, I went back up to the room, and I just watched YouTube. Fell asleep. The next morning, you have to wake up at like 4 a.m. to be downstairs like at 4:15 or something like that. And then you eat breakfast. I had like eggs, sausage, and a banana. And then after that, you get on the charter bus. Then you go to MEPS, do all this paperwork, all these fingerprints, do your oath of enlistment, sign your contract, and then you wait. They give you lunch at MEPS as well. It's like I had a ham sandwich with like a cookie and an apple. Kind of lame, kind of dry, but it's free, kind of. And then you get on a little shuttle bus, a little white van with everybody in the Air Force, and you go to the airport. They drop you off at the airport, and then you have to wait until your plane, obviously, your plane time. So they give you like a 23, 24, something like that, dollar check. It's for food at the airport, so definitely use it all. It's better to go to BMT just nervous, not nervous and hungry. Not a good combination. So use it either as soon as you get there, because you'll probably have a lot of time, or as if you have a layover, use it on your layover. Very important. Use all the money. You're not gonna get in trouble or anything. Take your time as well. So I flew from Richmond to Atlanta to San Antonio. I used it, I think before. I used it when I first got there, because I was there for like hours, like 5 hours. And then I finally got to Atlanta and then went to San Antonio. So as soon as you get to San Antonio, you know who is all going to BMT. You could tell, it's obvious. Everyone looks lost, confused, don't know what they're doing. Kind of nervous, don't know. They're literally just following everybody. So you get down there. You finally walk all the way down the stairs, and you see people in uniform. You see people lined up in columns, and you're like, "Wow, this is it. This is where we start." You line up, make sure you have your orders or your paperwork or whatever they asked for. I forgot exactly. And then after you have everything you need, you go up to the lady or whoever it is. We had a lady, and she made us read off. The lady made us find her name. There was like 5 sheets of paper. We had to find her name, and her name had a number next to it. And then it's basically your dorm number. You had to read that out loud to her. Then you got a sticker that you put on your chest, and that's how they separated you as soon as you got to BMT. Because obviously, keep you with your dorm, with everybody. So after that, they give you your mask. everybody has the same mask at first, and we had to wait in line for everybody to be done. Then we finally got on a bus. Like I felt like 2 hours later, and started driving to Lackland, and wow, that bus ride felt so long. I don't know why. I guess just because like the anticipation was building up, but you knew you were close because the bus lights came on, because you have to check it as soon as they get into the base to make sure everything's good inside. So we finally get there, and the bus stops, lights come on, and somebody walks up in uniform, and we're like, uh-oh, here we go. And then they're like, I forgot what they said, and I think it was just like, it was either a trainee or like an airman in training or somebody just helping out. They're like, all right, get off the bus. So we got off. They obviously weren't that nice when they said it, but we got off, and as soon it was like 10 p.m. probably later than that, and we got off at the PRC. So right at the PRC, there's a big beam of light, a big spotlight, and it's just beaming right at your face. So you can't see anything. You can't see anything at all except for shadows. So you could tell who's who because the MTIs have the crazy hats, and that's the only way you know what to do is because you look at them and they start yelling. And it was so hard to see though because it was dark and the beam was us the first. Okay, so say the beam was just coming out right here. They were telling us to go in columns, do whatever. The first thing that happened is they gave us like backpacks, hand sanitizer, all this stuff, and they basically just had to give us like all of our shower shoes, soap, BMT, all the good stuff. And then they asked us if we felt like we had COVID, felt sick, headaches, all that. And then if you raised your hand, you got quarantined, I think. Like right off the rip, you got quarantined. And if not, then you were good. They just sent you on. So they gave us all of our stuff that we needed. Then we went to the atrium at our squadron, sat under there. They gave us a totem. It's basically a rip-off MRE. They're not as good as MREs. MREs are way better. And I didn't know how to eat one, so I just ate it all cold. Didn't know what to do. Ate some dry peanut butter crackers. Finished up the totem. Ate all the nasty stuff that was in it. And then I guess we were just waiting for something, so our MTI told us to read our study guides, our BMT SGs, and I opened it first page, read word for word at first, and then I was like, okay. I started looking around, making sure I wasn't doing something wrong already, and just kept reading until I was told not to. And then finally, once we were ready, I guess we went up to the dorm. There was already people in there because I was real late, and they were already at their beds doing whatever they were doing, and I was in B-Bay, luckily. B-Bay in the corner, oh, perfect place to be, let me tell you. And I was just back in the corner by myself, not by myself, but like, they were always in A-Bay, in the front of A-Bay. They didn't go to B-Bay as much, thankfully. And after all of that, we fixed everything, we had our bags underneath our beds at first instead of our lockers. And then I think we went to sleep. I can't remember what else we did. Went to sleep, but by then it was like midnight, 1 a.m. probably. And then we had to wake up like 5 hours later at 5:45 a.m. like usual. And you know, waking up the first morning, I was like, whoa, I'm still here. Like this is real. You're not going home. You're stuck here. And that was probably, like I woke up and I was like, wow, what a way to wake up. And yeah, I think the first night wasn't that bad, but the first morning was probably worse. Not worse, but just like really sinking in that you're at BMT and you're going to be here for a while. So, yeah. So, that is going to be it. If you guys did like the video, or if you liked the video, press that thumbs up, wink, wink, wink. If you want me to talk about more things like first week, second, third week, drill, cleaning, the defect, food, whatever you want to hear, let me know. Comment down below what you want. And then, yeah, I'll make some more videos, hopefully. Subscribe.